Record. Okay, guys, welcome. And we are live. This VIP podcast. My name is Aston, and I'm coming to you all the way from London. And welcome to the Zoom room. Guys, I'm really excited about tonight because typically we've got these sessions Tuesdays and Thursdays. They are specifically designed for our team because we want to give our team the best value, the best motivation, the best training. You know what we've done tonight? We've opened it up. We've opened it up to everyone because the guest that we've got on tonight's got so much value to share and we feel a lot of people can benefit. So guys, without further ado, I'm going to bring on my first guest. Guys, this guy is a superstar marketer. Now, he literally went from working in a bread factory to making 22,000 in his first month online. Yes, you heard me right, 22,000 in his first month online. Nice guy, so much value, guys, always willing to help. So, guys, I'm very excited to have my man, Samuel Mojica Jr. on here tonight, all the way from Florida. Samuel, come out and introduce yourself, my team.
Yo. Hey, man. Thanks for the killer introduction, bro. I felt like a badass as you were introducing me, man. Honestly, we're going to get into it. As you're asking me questions, I believe anyone could make 5 figures online, right? But it all comes down to like having a certain, not even a certain personality, more like certain qualities about yourself, certain traits, right? That'll get you there. Because I'll be honest, making money online is easy. Right? All you need are systems, right? It's just learning the systems and the technical aspects of it is easy. What's hard is the other side of it, right? Which we're going to be talking about throughout as you're asking questions.
Awesome, man. We are looking forward to it. Listen, Samuel, I'm going to get right into it because we know we don't have a lot of time. Take us right back from when you were working in the bread factory and what sort of happened for you to take that transition, leave your job, come online, and subsequently make 22,000 within your first month.
Yeah. I mean, the easy answer would be, man, the simple answer is that I just, at the end of the day, I hated the bread factory, right? Because I was working 12 to 14 hours a day. I didn't have a life. I wasn't able to really do anything other than go to sleep, wake up, go to work, come back at 8 or 9 p.m., take a shower, eat dinner, and go back to sleep. Right. And after doing that for, 7 months, I had enough because I was like, wait a minute, I have so much potential. I have work ethic. I have endurance. But what I don't have is the right vehicle. I don't have the right vehicle yet. So what I did is I went on Google and I searched up, like everyone probably has, I searched up, how do I make money online in 2018? Because at the time I was 21 and it was 2018. And thankfully I found the mentor. I found somebody who was actually doing what I wanted to do at the level that I wanted to do, because I wasn't just going to join some random person who isn't successful, right? That just doesn't work. I needed to be somebody who is successful so I can copy them, I can mimic them, I can model them, right? And then gain that success myself, and that's what I did. So I found my mentor, and I talked to, he was very easy to reach, thankfully. Here's a good thing, guys. Here's a big lesson. Most real mentors who are making real money, guys, they're humble. Right? They're very humble. There's a very few amount that are very egotistical, that they're making all this money and they're like, they look down on you. But most mentors are very humble because they remember where they came from. Right? So I reached out to them. I'm like, look, man, I'm working at a bread factory. I believe I have all this potential, but I don't know what I should, where I could lead it. Could you help me? And he asked me a couple questions. And at the end of the day, at the end of the conversation, he told me, Sam, look, I'm going to be straight with you. It's going to cost you over $1,000 if you want me to present it. And guys, this was my first test. Thankfully, looking back at it, I passed the test. But I told him, no problem. Look, I don't got the money now, but give me time. I'm going to start saving up all the money I make, and I will raise the money for it. Right? And he told me, okay, so go ahead and do that. Now, why was that a test? Because if I told him, oh, man, can you give me a discount? Oh, I don't know if I can do this. Guess what he would have done? Bye, next. Yeah, because that would have been the loser in me. And here's something about successful people. We don't like losers. We don't deal with them. I hate victims, guys. Like, I'm like racist against victims, right? Against victim mentality, to put it, you know, more specific, right? Because I'm like, dude, when you got, like, I came from nothing, right? And I was able to build my life out, right? You can be starting anywhere. It doesn't matter where you start. You can end up wherever you want to end up at, right? So I passed that first test by proving to him that, look, I'm not a victim. I'm gonna raise the money. I will come up with it. And I was sold already, guys. I'm like, this is the man that's gonna mentor me, right? I was writing it down every day. It was my goal. This is gonna be the man that'll mentor me. So fast forward, because if I were to tell you every day when I did the Bread Factory, guys, it was the same stuff every day, right? So let's fast forward 4 months. In 4 months, I was able to save up. I think it was like $1,350. I saved up the money. I went to him. I said, hey, man, give me your link. I'm going to join today. Now, that same week, I went to my boss and I told my boss, first off, thank you. Thank you so much for this Bread Factory job, because before that, I was homeless. So he got me off the streets. I thanked him. I gave him a hug. And I said, look, I'm quitting on Friday. I'm quitting on Friday because I found my passion. I found something I want to pursue, and I don't want to half-ass it. I want to go all in, right? Because here's another thing about success. People that think they need to be doing this part-time, that's just another way of saying they're going to half-ass it. They're scared. There's still fear there. They don't believe in themselves fully yet, because if you believe in yourself, you go all in, right? You go all in, because that's how much you believe in yourself, right? And thankfully, my boss understood. You know, he said, Sam, look, you work fast, you work long hours, you have a ton of endurance, go ahead and do it. You got this. Right? I gave him a high five. I left that job that Friday. I joined into online business that Saturday. And from that Saturday all the way to Tuesday, 4 days, I went through training from day number 5. And then 4 days after that, I was up $4,000. Guys, imagine Bread Factory making less than $2,000 a month. I made $4,000 my first week. That second week, I was up $10,000. By week 3, I was up $18,000. And by the end of that week, I was up over $22,000. And here's the biggest thing I learned from all that, right? Winners win. And the way my mentor says it, winners fucking win, right? When you have the winner's mentality, when you're not a victim, whenever your mentor tells you, look, you need to be calling, 5 people per day on Messenger, you better be calling 5 people per day. There's no excuse. If you have a family, you have kids, and you tell yourself you can't do it, then why don't you go outside? Go to the bathroom. Guys, I would call people from the freaking bathroom, right? There's no excuses, because winners win. Winners find a way. They always find a way to make things happen, right? And even to this day, even till now, after, a year later, after my massive success story, a year later after working online full-time, that philosophy stays true today, that winners fucking win. I don't have excuses, right? I was just telling Aston, funny enough, I was just telling Aston when we hopped on and we were waiting for people. I'm doing a challenge right now, right, where I'm doing 2 45-minute workouts every single day for 75 days. And yesterday, when I was going to do my first 45-minute workout, one of them has to be outdoors. It was raining. It was raining hard. Like, I'm talking about like storm. Now, I had 2 choices. One of my mentors calls, there's 2 boys, he taught me this. There's 2 voices inside your head. There's the bitch voice, or you can call it the victim, however you want to call it, right? He doesn't use flowery language. He just says he just says what he thinks, right? The bitch voice, and then there's the winner. Now, the bitch voice inside of me immediately started telling me, Sam, you're sick right now, and it's raining. If you go outside, you're going to get more sick. Look, why don't you leave it for another day or leave it for later? That's the bitch voice telling me why I cannot do something. Now, the winner inside of me literally said, shut up. I'm in control of my body. And if I say I'm going to go walk, I'm going to go walk. So I got a towel, I threw it over my head, and I went out into the storm, and I started walking. And funny enough, I was met with another decision. As I was walking from that first road, I had 2 choices. On the left, it was sunny. On the right was the storm. On the right was all the clouds, all the great clouds. It was bad. It was a big storm. I can even see like a little mist when it's raining, right? And I had 2 choices. Take the easy way go away from the storm or take the hard way, go towards the storm. And this is something one of my mentors taught me. If you ever have to choose between taking the easy way or taking the hard way, you take the hard way. Because the hard way is the one that teaches you character. Because if I'm willing to persevere and to endure through the hardships, guys, business is easy then, right? Business is easy then. If you have perseverance, if you have work ethic, if you can go through hardships, you can go through the downs just as well as you can go through the ups, you're going to make it in business, because that's the world of business, right? The bread factory taught me work ethic. It taught me endurance. I took that to business. Guys, it's not luck that I became a success story. I found the right mentors. I found the right vehicle, but I had the qualities already. I had the qualities of success, work ethic, grit, endurance, perseverance. You know, I did a Facebook Live, and I know this is actually why Aston reached out to me, because he watched it. And he was like, Sam, I need you to tell this story, man. Because I'm like, dude, business is hard. It's very hard. There's a reason that only a few of us make any real money here, right? Because it's hard. You need endurance. You need grit. You're going to have downs. I remember last year I had 3 months where I couldn't even pay rent. I needed to keep coming up with excuses to the landlord why I couldn't make rent. I couldn't make my phone payments. I couldn't pay anything. I wasn't making money in those 3 months. But I kept enduring because I knew that if I can just survive this downtime, my uptime will be huge. And it was huge, right? My uptime was huge because I got back on track, and I started meeting leaders, and I started meeting millionaires, and I started building funnels for people. I started getting more interviews, being interviewed, right? And that goes back to the main lesson. The whole reason I even told you this whole story, guys, even the lesson from yesterday, was that winners win. Winners win. So your goal is to be a winner, right? Your goal is to literally get the bitch voice inside of your head, the victim inside of your head, and replace it with the winner, right? Replace it. Instead of telling yourself every reason why you cannot do something, and you guys probably already know, I'm sure Aston has trained you to do 25 connections a day, to, you know, to call people on Messenger, right? To ask questions. Instead of telling yourself every reason why you cannot do those tasks, the winner is going to come up with every reason why they can do it, why they should do it, why they must do it, or they're going to keep losing. They're going to go back to being a loser. So you're either a loser or a winner, guys. Like, I'm not here to sugarcoat. I'm honestly not here for people to like me. I'm just here to tell the truth, right? You're either a winner or a loser, and you have to decide what you are. And the first step is acceptance. I accepted that I was a loser. During those downtimes, I accepted that, look, I had the quality. Those downtimes, I was reacting to it like a loser, right? Because I wasn't doing any work. I was lazy. I was straight out lazy, right? So I was a loser at that time. But when I switched it back on to being a winner, everything changed. My income came back. My income came back bigger, right? I started meeting more people, you know, right? And now I'm where I'm at today, where now I'm tougher than ever before. Now I don't care what anyone thinks of me. Right? I only care about what I think of me. I only care about my own opinion about myself. Now, do I still listen to, you know, to constructive criticism and all that? Of course I do, right? Because, you know, there's no reason not to. I'm always improving myself. But now I'm on my game, right? Now I'm on my game. I'm a winner. I'm a winner. I'm a winner, right? And I know it. And here's the thing. Don't just say it. And I want to end with this, Aston. I want to, before I pass the mic back to you, don't just say you're a winner. Right? Because words are empty. I would write that down. Words are empty. Do it. Do what winners do. Right? So what do winners do? Winners get tasks done. They get shit done. Right? Like for me, for example, I have this little thing called the power list. Right? The power list. On my power list, I have 5 daily tasks that if I complete these 5 daily tasks, I'm a winner. Now, what happens if I don't complete these 5 daily tasks? I'm a loser. I'm a loser. Remember, there's no in between. You have to be hard on yourself, especially if you're an entrepreneur, guys. Especially if you're an entrepreneur. You have to be hard on yourself because you don't have a boss to tell you, you know, hey, look, you're fucking up, man. I'm going to fire you if you don't pick up your act. You don't have a boss telling you that. You're the boss. You're the boss. And quite frankly, most people who are working online, and I've talked to thousands. Most people, if they were their own boss, they would fire themselves. They would fire themselves because they're lazy. They have all these excuses. They don't do work, right? They don't have work ethic. They're like, and guys, excuse my French, they're pussies, right? Like, they just don't do anything. They're scared of everything. And look, I understand, I mean, that could have been conditioning. Maybe, like, guys, I wasn't born, right? I wasn't born being tough, right? I was molded. I molded myself to being this way, right? The mentoring program that I went through molded me into having the qualities of success, because that's all success is. If you can get the qualities of success, and I remember I said this in the beginning, didn't I? Making 5 figures online, just owning an online business and being successful in it is very easy. If you can get the hard part done, you can get the grit, the perseverance, the work ethic, the endurance, right? You can literally keep getting the bitch voice in your head and telling it, no, I'm a winner. If I say right now, after this interview or this broadcast, I'm gonna go for a 45-minute walk. I'm gonna go for my 45-minute walk, and then I'm gonna call 30 people, 30 influencers, 30 millionaires on Messenger, and I'm gonna catch up with them. And I have this webinar that I'm doing. I'm gonna call them. I'm gonna ask them, hey, look, do you got any space on your plate? Guys, I'm not scared, right? Because I know I'm a winner. Here's the thing, I don't say I'm a winner. I know I'm a winner because I'm constantly doing what winners do. Remember, I'm not proving to anybody that I'm winning. I'm proving it to myself that I'm winning. That's where my confidence comes from, right? Because if you're telling people one thing, but you're doing another thing, guys, we're not dumb. It's going to show, right? It's going to show, right? So if you're doing the things that make you a winner, you're actually accomplishing your goals. You're actually going to the gym. If your goal is to go to the gym and lose weight, you're actually going to the gym. You're sticking to your diet. You're a winner in my book because you're doing what you say you're doing, right? You're doing what winners do. So anyways, that's the gist of the message, man. Be a winner, right? Be a winner. That's what somebody has to write down and underline.
Mike, that was so much fire. Basically, you covered all the questions I wanted to ask you in that. I know we don't have much time. You probably have 2 minutes, guys. You've got a quick question for Samuel. Just anyone come out and ask the question quickly before he's got to go. This guy, just quickly, just touching on his point, you know, him working in a bread factory, I believe, helped him earn $22,000 in his first month online, because the hard work, the grit, the determination that he had to put in the bread factory helped him with his online business. So guys, basically, whatever you go through, whatever situation you're in at the moment, just know, learn the lessons, because somehow, somewhere down the line, those same lessons are going to be valuable if you put them into action. So guys, quickly, is there any questions before we let Samuel go? He's got a gym session because he's a winner.
Ask me anything, guys. Ask away.
Well, guys,
Yo,
guys,
Sam.
Yo.
All right. So, quick question, man. You spoke about the mentoring program that you started. Just like an indication, how long does the program last, or is it a continuous program?
It's indefinitely continue. I'm still in it. I'm still in the program.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool, and that's for like $1,000.
Yeah, it's 1,350 to be a part of the program.
Just to let you know, basically the program that Samuel is talking about is the same program that I'm in. It's the same program that Andy is in. And also, you guys have access to it as well. When you purchase the Bitcoin Frontiers $1,000 package, it comes with a package automatically as a bonus. And it is truly life-changing, guys. I've told you my stories regarding Million Mentoring as well. Any further questions before I let Samuel go, guys? No.
Hi, Samuel. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yo.
Okay. Last question. You mentioned that via Messenger, you call your 20 people up. Do you mean you you invite them to a Zoom, or do you do it via Messenger?
I literally just call them. So I'm gonna drop a good line for you guys. I'm known for this. I literally say this: "Yo, are you online right now?" Question mark. And if they say yes, I call them on Messenger right then and there, and I just talk with them. Right now, given inside of the mentoring program, we learn the process on how to actually build rapport and how to carry a conversation, right? So I have that confidence. I have the skills. I'm confident because of my skill sets. I have the skills. So I know I could be talking to anyone, right? They can be, somebody who has nothing or somebody who's a CEO of a multi-million-dollar company or a multi-billion-dollar company. The way I talk to them is the exact same, right? But it starts with actually doing the phone call, and you'll get better the more you do it, right? So does that answer your question?
Yes. Thanks.
Samuel, we are going to let you go. Buddy, can I just say, that was fire. Listen, thank you so much for hopping on here tonight. So much value. There's a saying that goes, guys, 3 universal deposits a day keeps the debt collectors away. And Samuel is all about universal deposits. He's always accessible. He's always willing to give energy into the universe. So thank you, buddy, for your service to the industry. Luis, I'll catch up later. Go get it. Thanks, Samuel.
All right, cool. See you guys. Thanks for listening. And thanks for inviting me, bro. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Cheers, man. Thank you again. Yes, guys, cool. We're going to move on swiftly. Guys, so Samuel's approach is pretty much the same as my approach. We like a bull in a china shop, It's like, follow me, energy. However, our next speaker is probably the complete opposite. He's a bit more tactful. He's a bit more sort of thinking about things, sort of analytical about how he comes across, but just as effective as Samuel. Guys, without further ado, I want to bring out my man, Andy B is in the house. Andy, come out and say hello to the people, please.
Hello. I come with you in peace, no fire energy.
I know, guys. Now you'll see the energy just go down.
But that's the beauty of our team, right? When you have a balance of people, honestly, when you have a true balance of people, because it's hard to be the complete package yourself. Let's be honest, right? How can you be so super fiery and also super calm, and you're great at that skill and you're great at every little skill in the book. But actually, when you work in a team of people and you're actually feeding off each other's energy as well as talents and skill sets and networks and all this kind of stuff, right? That's the beauty of working in a team, right? And I think, a big trap that people fall into when they think they haven't got enough or they're not enough is because they're just doing it themselves. They don't realize they don't need to be everything. They just need to have one certain skill set, one certain attribute that is so quality, right? People would want that in their team as well. So yeah, just figure it out. What's your thing? What are you good at, right? You don't need to be good at everything. You don't need to have the whole package, but you want to be good at something, and just don't feel overwhelmed that you have to do everything. When you've got a team of people around you, like the Explosive Entrepreneurs team that we're in, honestly, so fired up because there's just so much within the team, right? And all around the world, let alone just in one place. So honestly, it's just exciting. It's more about, how much can we continue this forward and expand, because we've got a brilliant starting base, foundation of that. And we understand these principles to keep going after it. So that's exactly why I think we're a strong team. We have people who believe in these principles as well. And that's it. But me on my side, I definitely, I've tried a few things, to be honest. I tried to, I was thinking, okay, I'm in this industry. And you have to be this very, charismatic kind of character, that you have to be this you really have to talk, and you have to be this flamboyant kind of person if you're going to be on a stage or speaking like that. But, I actually had a bit of a breakthrough yesterday, right? Yesterday, actually, I don't know if anyone here, if you were watching with me whilst I was live. So I don't know if I'm on speaker view right now. Someone else is showing. Anyway, I actually did yesterday. If anyone here, if you were watching, let me know. Let us know here. I did an interview with a top income earner in this industry. His name was Steve Otterwell. He's a father of three, right? Before he got into network marketing, he's working 3 jobs just to make ends meet, right? And that was in 2008, right? And he went from that, right, to then getting introduced to network marketing, failing in network marketing, right, to eventually where we are today, 2018. He is financially free. He's a good friend of mine who I connected with online through Facebook, but he's financially free. He's building businesses all around the world. He's always in that leader position, right? Speaking on stage and all this. So I know him as a friend. That was cool. And he accepted my invitation. Let's do an interview. And if you watch this interview, guys, if you watch the interview and you listen to him and you just feel genuineness, this is a real person, a normal, real person who's have to be this flamboyant character, crazy high energy and massively introverted, all this stuff. If you watch that interview, because I remember whilst I was even live on the interview with him, I was just amazed. Like, he was, obviously I know his position and his results, but he was just very calm. He's very, he said it himself, he's very introverted, right? But he has a massive desire, right? And, you know, I believe in, like, you know, there's 2 types, right? You know, there's like, it's like yin and yang, right? So yang is like outburst and crazy. You can see it. You know, you'll be mentioned a lot. And yin is like where it's within, but it's there, right? But it's there. It doesn't necessarily show out loud. It doesn't necessarily get credited. It doesn't necessarily come out there and people can see it because of how you've shown it, but it is there. And it was just really refreshing to see that, you know, like when you connect with people who are like you and are successful doing it the way you like to do it, is very refreshing. So yeah, I learned a lot from that interview, not just from how he was, but actually, you know, he touched on a lot of amazing concepts, which is true for anyone's journey to success, no matter your personality, right? And yeah, I thought that was really cool to know. Actually, you know, whatever your personality type, you know, this industry is full of so many different types of people and so many interesting people as well, so many interesting stories. And let's not forget that when we're out there trying to connect with people, I know I've been there where many times we're thinking, you know, are they qualified to join my business? And we're kind of thinking of them in the context of how are they for our business. But actually, if you just try and take a step back and realize this is another human being, and the fact that they're in this industry clearly means there's something to them. They're not a normal person, right? All of you here, you're not normal, right? You're different, right? You're unique. You're doing something different to the rest of the world, right? In terms of wanting this level of growth in your journey and all that stuff. If we just remember, like, when we're connecting with these other people, there's a lot of interesting people out there, and they don't necessarily have to have the exact same story like us. But then when we get that connection and we get that personal connection touch, I'll be honest, that is the secret. That is the secret to actually then getting what we want as well, right? If what we have matches what their needs are and what they actually want. And, you know, I'm going through this phase right now where I'm actually generally trying to go through days, not trying to recruit. I want to make sure I know by the time I finish these conversations with people I choose to reach out to, I want to know what job they do. I want to know what their dreams are. I want to know what got them into personal development. I want to know, you know, a few things that I can always touch on. No pushback. Genuinely, I'm interested. This is where we're building rapport. And then it actually feels so comfortable to transition to business just because they're in that space and their ego guard is so low. And to be honest, I do sometimes quiver, right? When I feel like, okay, this has been great, but I want to transition this to business now. And I get the little jitters. I'm just like, oh, I really hope you don't think I was just trying to build rapport so that I could just talk about business, because that's a tactic. Like, it's just not come up, right? Where they give that kind of pushback or rejection of, you know, I don't want to talk about this kind of thing. I literally have good, genuine rapport conversation. And then I'm like, hey, just out of curiosity, are you doing multiple income streams like I am? You know? and I quiver, like I said, I quiver sometimes when I ask that, because I know what I'm doing. I actually know what I'm doing, but if I think about it, I'm doing it out of good cause, right? Because I've shown I care about you. I've shown some interest in you and that I like you, right? Because I wouldn't try and bring someone in my business that I don't actually like or feel interested by, or put off if they've got low energy, if they don't sound interested. Why am I lowering my self-worth to keep talking to someone who's clearly not showing their value to me, right? Or valuing me enough if I'm giving them that time. So yeah, no, then I just transitioned to business. It's actually so refreshing to then hear their answer. You know, sometimes they're like, yeah, I'm always open to more streams of income, because I'm just thinking, you know, my perspective, I'm unrecruitable, all right? No one's getting me. So I kind of put that in their mindset. That's what was kind of blocking me before. But I guess always have to remember, you know, because once you're trained up in millionaire mentoring, once you're trained up by how we're trained as well, you'll realize you don't need anything else, right? You are done. You don't need to join anyone else. You don't need to join anything else, because you've got everything you need and you understand exactly truly what and why everything is going on. If another opportunity comes your way, you're not doing it unless you're seriously struggling and you can't implement it. Maybe you're not understood what the trainings actually were to be in a position where you would be struggling on it. But yeah, so when I'm talking to others, it's really important to remember they're not in the same position as me. They don't know what's going on here. They don't even know why they're making the decisions they make when they join businesses in the first place. Like, you know, they think they're getting it for the opportunities and the products and all that amazing stuff. We know deep inside they're joining it. I think Darren said it in one of his live webinars recently, or live Facebook lives. They're joining you because they want to spend more time with you deep down. That is what is going on. And that really makes sense. In the leadership business model that we're in, that is exactly what is going on, whether they want to admit it or not, most of the time, right? Some people do join just because of the business opportunity, the vision. Majority of us in this industry join because they want more time, because they know they're going to get the value from spending that time with that person. So this is the real importance when I got that aha about, you know, for what's going to make them want to spend more time with me. Right? If I'm already giving great connection and value within conversation, it's not about the yes, no answer to, do you want to look at my business? It's an opportunity for them to say yes to getting more time with me, right? So if I say, hey, you know, do you want to check out the video? If they say no, they're basically closing off the relation, not closing off the relationship, but they're basically saying, I don't really need like more time with you on some level, right? But if they're saying, yeah, part of them is wanting more time with you, right? So, and I think this is so cool because this is such a fair way to do this industry. It means no matter your level of success, no matter your level of what you put out there, it's actually more about your one-to-one connection with them, for them to really, because time is the most valuable thing you can ever have. So for someone to choose to tell themselves, I want to spend more time with you subconsciously or underlyingly, it shows that no matter what your position is, no matter how many sales you've made before, no matter how authoritative you are and all this kind of stuff, we just go back to basics, people skills, caring about people, and putting yourself in that vulnerable place as well, to leave it kind of open with having to ask that question in a very non-pushy kind of way, very casual. You just find out whether it's for them or not, because a lot of it's about timing. It's not necessarily about their actual relationship with you. But yeah, honestly, when you can do this industry in a seriously pain-free way, such that it's just only about action, right? It's a most amazing industry to do, because it's so fundamental to any business when it comes to connections and building rapport with people. So I don't know about you guys. How do you feel where you are, and how do you feel any kind of pain points in doing what you're doing? Because it should really get to a point where you love every moment. Like, the sale is not on a start point. You're ready to join, ready to sign up right now, right? The sale is not that event. Sale is a process. And if you love the whole process with every single person you do it, even the people who are like haters, right? If you find a way to love it, it will just keep you going in action, right? Because the more you're in that kind of vibe and frequency, you'll carry on doing it. So it is helpful when you know how to deal with negativity, when you know how to deal with it, when you know, things aren't quite going that way because you have the how-tos of how to actually make this so casual, so rejection free and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's really important to consider, right? How much do you love the whole process of it, regardless of the outcome? And obviously you want to have a plan in mind such that you know what you're doing and putting your time into is going somewhere in the right direction. So
yeah, and
yeah, just if
that
my side.
sorry, about guys, I'm going to open it up the floor to ask Andy any questions. This is me asking you a question. You know, as entrepreneurs, we self-sabotage a lot as well, you know, and every day is not a good day. I'm going to be honest. Yesterday was a bad day for me. Yesterday, I felt like, you know, I don't want to speak to anyone. I don't want to recruit anyone. I don't want to put any content onto Facebook. I just don't, you know. So you're constantly going through these ups and downs, and sometimes the downs can be quite lethal, and it can take you out of the game sometimes for weeks. Now, I know I'm quite positive by nature. I come across quite positive, but I've got my days. Even speaking to Samuel, you know, he's got his days. How do you actually manage those days? Because it can really drag you down. I'm not sure if I'm the only one that goes through this. Yeah, it's not always on
Normal
the
human being.
level.
Yeah. And you know, it's so easy for me to talk about this and advise this compared to what it's like in the actual moment. And it does help when you've had experiences where you know you've not felt like it, but you've done it anyway. Like I truly think that the real way to success is doing it or showing up when you don't feel like it. And if you have this wisdom within you about that idea, right? About the idea that it's about doing it when you don't feel like it. Because honestly, I understand what you're saying. I remember before I really strengthened and trained myself up a lot, I would definitely not do it. And I would pretend like I'm doing some really productive, useful work by working on some funnels, by working on some, you know, content or whatever. I know at heart, the only activity that matters in terms of the most is speaking to people, right? And there's clearly some massive block we have when it comes to even just having a one-to-one interaction. Even if you come across as an authoritative kind of leader and you're just speaking to someone who actually loves your content, even that can be hard to do, right? Not because of them, because of you. And so one couple of things I'll say on that. Number one, do you have a team, right? If you've not got the energy, or you get energy from around you that's reminding you what a great industry I am, actually what a great opportunity this is that I'm in, actually what serious like potential there is because of the kind of prospects that are interested, because your team are following that kind of, you know, action, and then you're remembering, no matter what self-sabotage is going in your head, this is real. Things are happening. People want this, right? So that's one thing. Secondly, honestly, I guess, okay, write this one down right now, okay? I don't know what I'm going to say, but I'm liking that people already. But I have an idea what I'm going to say. Every time you get the sense of awareness that you don't feel like it, right? Say thank you. Because that's a sign that this is timing to do it. And actually this is something one of my I learned from coaching academies. I'm part of a coaching academy in London. They have this one slogan. It's actually like on 7 lines, but it always ends with commit more. So it's like, you know, if I've had a hard day and my boss has had a go at me, when I get home, I'm going to commit more. When I wake up and I just don't feel like it, I'm going to commit more. When I'm getting a no, and no one else saying yes to my business, I'm going to commit more. It literally just says all these lines, ends with, what do? You commit more. Can you surrender to that? Can you surrender to the idea, right? Not telling yourself, no, but I've just done my best. I'm trying hard. This, that, the other is not happening. Can you tell yourself, I'm going to commit more? Can you do that? Because honestly, I went through a massive breakthrough in January, right? I had an offline event to promote, and I was so excited for it. I'd done a lot of planning. Like Aston says, I'm quite a planner, I'm analytical and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, I've done everything that I should that should be enough, right? To get the kind of interest and leads and, you know, people saying, yes, I'm registered, I'm going to that event. And it was a Wednesday and the event was on a Saturday. It's actually the event Aston came to, but it was a Wednesday and it was on a Saturday. And honestly, I'd gone to the weekend before, I'd gone to a live networking event, right? Properly networking with loads of other entrepreneurs with the intention to get their business cards and bring them to an offline event for the next week. Now I thought, cool, I've done my bit, but obviously the job's not over. I've got to follow up with them. I've got to call them and I've got to get them actually coming to the event, right? And I'd done all this hard work, but by Wednesday, I'd only got like 3 people confirmed that they're coming, right? And I was aiming for 20. And I was literally, this is my bed, right? I was, not an exciting room, but that's my bed. I was literally lying down on that bed. I think it was like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Just wanting to have a nap, but almost self-sabotaging to myself, just being like, just gonna rest it out, like whatever. And then I just thought to myself, like, Anand, like what's happening here right now? This is gonna happen everywhere all the time. So if you don't kind of get on with this from here right now for this event, which is just an example of any kind of event that you'll want to promote, whether it's online, offline, you know, meet me for a meeting or whatever, what are you gonna do? Like, seriously, what are you gonna do? You've quit your job, right? You've committed to this industry. You say you commit to this industry. And yeah, like how else are you going to get the money? How else are you going to get people coming to your events? Like seriously, what are you going to do? It's like you have no choice, right? Because this is what it takes. And I remember from my mentor's teachings about that commit more, I literally just decided in that moment to commit more. And what I mean by that was all the people who didn't reply to my initial message, all the people who didn't reply to my emails, I'm like, I've got your phone number. I'm literally just going to call you right now. And actually those phone calls went great. Like they actually picked up, which was a bonus. And then I actually just got on the phone with them, be like, hey, I just thought I'd give you a ring. Like we met on that weekend and I didn't mention the emails or whatever that I've said. But honestly, like it's those moments. It truly is those moments. No matter how I know there's lots of entrepreneurs who go through like a serious backstory, like, you know, they don't have hot water in their house, or like Samuel was talking about working in a bread factory and all that. I don't believe I've had those extreme examples. I've been very fortunate to not have to experience it. But at the same time, you know, maybe it could also drive me more compared to at this level. But it doesn't matter your experience, doesn't matter your life story, whatever. Everyone has those actual moments where they just don't feel like it and they feel, just, you know, like what's going to happen here? It's in that moment. And honestly, now that you know this, now that you're aware of this idea, that when you don't feel like it, if you choose to still not do it, you will feel so bad. Because now you know that is the time that you have to do it. And like I said, thank you, because it's that testing moment. Can you pass the test, right? We're not given these challenges to knock us down and life is happening to us. Life is happening for us, right? Everything I believe that comes into our life is a blessing, whether it's in the form that we understand or not. I truly believe everything is. And all we can do is what is in our control, right? So if we've had so many bad experiences the last 7 days of the week, right? And the next event is about to come up, we're just going to, if we're not truly aware, we're just going to base on whether we can do that based on the events of the whole last week, as opposed to forget about the whole last week. Let's start from scratch. Let's bring back the belief again, right? You never know. But yeah, in those moments, you really want to commit more. Really helps though is also, if you are having those moments, have you got someone to call that you can just trust on them, that if I just do this, will I be fine? Will I be fine? Have you got that person to call? That makes a huge difference. Yeah. So that's the value of having a mentor, especially someone you can call one-to-one on speed dial, because they're that available. They want to help that much. And again, having a team, right? So within the team, have you got people to call within your team? You know, once you're in a team, the work's not over. The relationship isn't just automatic. You still want to add value to the people in your team to get the best out of being with them, right? You can be in a team, but you could have one person who's so closely connected, and you can have another person who's just in the team, in the chat group, and not contributing much. They're not going to get the best out of being in the team, right? So, and again, what helps with that? Rapport, conversation, all this kind of stuff. That's not just like, hey, how can I get more commissions in this business we're doing? How can I do this? How, like, you know, sometimes it all comes down to that human connection, whatever stage of the relationship you're at, whether they're a prospect, whether they're a teammate, whether you're a mentor, right? Mentors love to mentor. They will give you crazy amounts of value if you show that you value them, and that the way you value them is just by following what they teach. So yeah, I've said quite a bit here. Anyways,
yeah, that's fine. Thanks. Guys, do anyone have any questions for Andy before we move on and wrap up question? Any questions? No. Doesn't look like we've got any questions. Andy, thank you so much, buddy. It was so much.
Thanks for having me on.
And very different to Samuel's piece, but just so effective. So thank you very much, buddy. Guys, what we're going to do now is we are reaching the highlight of the Zoom. So what we're going to do now, guys, we're going to bring it back home. So we've been to the States, we've been to the UK, now we bring it back home, because guess what? Local is lekker. Guys, the next guy I want to bring on, basically, his story quite excites me, because he was doing one of the most dangerous jobs in this world, guys. And Samuel talked earlier about committing, you know, in the book Think and Grow Rich, talks about if you're going to battle, you're trying to take an island. When you get to the island, what you literally have to do is burn your ships. Because one of two things will happen. You will either take that island, you will conquer that island, or you will die. But regardless of what happens, you fully commit. So guys, without further ado, what we're also doing with this platform, we're giving the local guys, we're giving this platform to sort of step into leadership, because this is leadership model, to hone their skills, to come out here, speak in a Zoom room like we are today. So without further ado, I'm going to hand it over to my man, all the way from Bloemfontein, Free State, my man, Kaydee in the house. Kaydee, come out and say hello to the peeps.
Hi guys, how's it? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, loud.
Yes, to you.
Sure, guys. Okay, guys. I'm actually an ex-cop, ex-police officer. So yeah, I've been working now for 12 years. I just left my job about a month ago. No, 2 months ago. So yeah. It's been a roller coaster ride for me in that industry. I've also decided that I want to join this network marketing business, whereby I decided to actually join the cryptocurrency space. Obviously, I was doing an offline network marketing. So yeah, it was a good ride, because today I'm 18 months in the business. So basically, I had to juggle my jobs between my offline job and the police job. So yeah, it was quite a roller coaster ride, because sometimes us in South Africa, we have to go do presentations all over the country. So what was happening is that I was literally under pressure, because I had to be into a presentation, and at the same time, I have to be on duty. And basically here in South Africa, in most times, we prefer to do the presentations on weekends. So this is the same time where we are most needed in our job. So it was a challenge for me. But I asked myself one question, because I have this thing that I love doing, of which is this online business or the network marketing business. And then on the other side, I have the police job that I'm doing, and it requires me to be there most of the time. So it was quite challenging. So I had to actually make a decision between proceeding with my police job or doing the network marketing side, the network marketing business. So it was quite challenging, but I actually decided what I want to do with my life, because at the end of the day, I know where my future lies. I know where I want to be in future. Because when I looked at it, I can never ever be a millionaire once I'm a police officer. So my goal is to be a millionaire. So I decided, you know what? I literally have to go with my business. So I took that risk, and basically I closed my ears. I didn't hear the noise that was happening around me. My father was against my decision. My friends, everyone at work, they were like, how can you risk something like Bitcoin comparing to your job that you are having? So I know what I want, and I decided, you know what? This space that I'm in, there is future here. And then on the other side, obviously, I will work as a slave. And then at the end of the day, there is nothing that will come out of it. So that's how I actually draw my line.
Awesome, buddy. Awesome, buddy. Listen, 12 years in the South African Police Force. Thank you for your service. And I know it's not an easy job, but you know, you've literally committed your future, and that's a very bold thing to do, guys. Guys, we're not saying go out there tomorrow and leave your job, because that might be quite irresponsible. But, you know, sometimes in life you have to make a decision. You've made that decision. You've committed to that decision. Now, we've been in this journey together for a few months. You know, we talk on a daily basis, and I know Kaydee's got so much value. You know, I know his mind is in the right place, his heart is in the right place. I can just see him going many places. Kaydee, thank you so much for coming out, sharing your journey. We're all here to support you, and we are going to do this together, buddy. Thank you very much, guys. Awesome. And this is what we're going to do more in the future. So if you've got a story to tell, guess what? I'm coming for your story. So you might be next week, because we want to use this platform, guys, to uplift, tell our story, hone our skills, you know, because you need to step into leadership. You need to tell people your honest story when it comes to online marketing, because people buy from people they know, like, and trust. You know, you have to be honest. You have to be true. You can't pretend to be somebody that you're not, because if you do, let me tell you, the universe will come with your ass like you never know it. You have to be true. You have to be genuine. Thank you for your honesty, Kaydee. I'm so happy to be in this team with you. Guys, is there any questions for Kaydee? Is there any questions for me? Is there any questions for Andy or for anyone else on here? Guys, also, is there anything else that you want more of going forward when it comes to this training sessions? You know, I'm committed, we committed, get some of the best marketers on here, some of the most motivational speakers on here to give us motivation. And if there's something else you want, if you want something a bit more technical or whatever else it might be, shout out, you know. If I don't know the answers, Ellie don't know the answers, Andy don't know the answers, or somebody in the team doesn't know the answers, we will go out there and get somebody that actually knows the answers. So guys, over to you. We've got about a few minutes left. Is there any questions or any suggestions for these sessions going forward? Because we're still learning, still new, but we want to grow and learn as a team. Come on, not everybody at once. No questions? Okay, cool. Doesn't look like there's any questions. Guys, have a think about it, you know. If there's any other content you want going forward, drop it in the chat, drop it in the WhatsApp, and we will have a look at it going forward. But we are committed to get to you guys whatever you need to in order to be successful. So guys, that's the wrap. Thank you so much for tonight. Thank you to our guests, Samuel Mojica Jr., Andy B, and Kaydee. So much fire. I feel so much positivity within me right now. As I said, I had an off day yesterday, but guess what? I'm back in the game because the energy is contagious. So guys, thank you so much. But before we go, can we take a group photo? So if anybody's on camera, come out and show your face. So I'm going to give you a few seconds to come out. Okay, so on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Thanks, guys. Have a good evening, and we shall see you. Is there a session tomorrow night, Bradley?
Hey guys, yes, so tomorrow we are on at